Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this edition of StickieBambie's Rendition. With special respect and regard for the office and person of the President Muhammadu Buhari, and for the fact that I'm a bona fide Nigerian who has every right to express his opinion on issues bordering on politics, bordering on economy and others in Nigeria, being a person that is a citizen, a rightful citizen who is in a position, who should be in a position to express his views, I hereby declare that our dear President Muhammadu Buhari has been aiding anti-party activities in Nigeria. We are all aware of what transpired at the Ogun Mega Rally in Abeokuta, where the Ogun State Governor, the President of Ogun State Governor, Governor Ibikunle Amosun, brought in members of the APM, a party is sponsoring, against his own party, the APC, into the venue of the rally, and they were throwing things at the president when he was raising the hands of the governorship candidate of the state in the person of Dapo. You see, what one would have felt was that after all this episode, the president should have called Governor Amosun to order. But from reports that we had, that went awash in all the newspapers, Governor Amosun even went ahead after the whole episode to visit the president in Abuja. Although the details of their discussion was not disclosed, but we know that if there was any love lost between the two of them, we wouldn't have been able. That kind of meeting wouldn't have been necessitated. It's quite unfortunate that this kind of situation is coming at a time that we are supposed to be a country that is not divided, that is in unity. Now, a gale of defections and a gale of endorsements are going on all over now, all over in Ogun State and some in Rivers State now. For example, in Ogun State now, latest reports indicate that apart from the fact that Amosun of APC is endorsing Akinlade of APM, Adebutu of PDP is also endorsing Akinlade of APM. Benga Daniel of PDP endorsing Dapo of APC. Rotimi Amechi of APC endorsing Rivers AAC Gubernatorial candidate. I find all these kinds of things very, very funny, very unfortunate. I don't know why we are in this kind of situation in Nigeria. You can imagine two enemies joining together in a situation like this just for endorsement. An APC and a PDP candidate in a PDP stalwart in Benga Daniel, who was fully in charge of the campaign of President and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar during the last presidential polls, now endorsing Dapo of APC. And we are all aware that APC and PDP are strange bedfellows. You can imagine that Rotimi Amechi of APC, because of the fact that APC does not have a good candidate for Rivers governorship election now, Amechi has come out now to endorse AAC candidates. You can imagine this kind of situation. And unfortunately for him, the AAC under Showore have rejected his intention that they don't want that kind of endorsement. Adebutu of PDP endorsing Akinlade of APM. So you can see that a stage has been set, a precedent has been set for people to just do things whether anyhow they like it. And that's why some of us have been shouting that there is nothing like Nigeria is a one-party state, unitary party system that's operating here. If not for the fact that everybody belongs to one basket, this kind of thing shouldn't have happened. How can that kind of crisscrossing, endorsement of funny styles be happening like that? Normally, in where we even inherited democracy from, these kinds of things will not happen. In America, in the United Kingdom, you have two major parties that are opposite in ideology, in every way. That you cannot just say because you are aggrieved by a particular political party that you belong to, you just cross from there to the other political party. because of the fact that the two gates are so open, wide open for you to move on. It has never been like that in the developed countries. It has never been like that in developed democracies and developed economies. You had, even from generation to generation, people and party members believing in what their ideals and their ideologies were, and maintaining such ideas and ideologies over the generations. Unfortunately, in Nigeria, we have a situation where, at this present moment, a chairman of a party is subservient to the president of the country. A chairman of the ruling party, for instance, is subservient to the president of the country. In those days, in the days of the NPM, under the leadership of President Shehu Shagari, the chairman of the party, the national chairman of the party, in person of Augustus Meredith Akinlade, had more say on issues of the party than the president Shehu Shagari himself. You could not see this kind of occurrences then. A situation where a chairman of a party, of a ruling party, does not have enough powers to wield against on the party, that the president of the country, being a member of the party, has more powers than him. It's an unfortunate situation. And so when we continue to tell people that this is what we have in Nigeria, people will continue to wonder what we belong to and how we practice our democracy. It is my sincere wish that the APC, the All Progressives Congress, can actually, under the leadership of the chairman of the party in Adams Oshiomhole, at least find a means of letting the president know that this precedent he has set is unfortunate, and letting him know that he has to look for means of making corrections, so that in later stages we don't keep deceiving ourselves that we're practicing democracy. This is not how to practice democracy. This is far away from democracy. It is a very unfortunate situation. I don't intend, I give due regard and respect to the office and person of the president, and I wish that I'm not hounded for this statement. But I have to say it because I'm a citizen of Nigeria, a free citizen like that, born and bred in Nigeria, of Nigerian nationality. And if I see a thing like this, I should be able to say something. I'm impressed by the fight against corruption and other things that the president has been doing. Of course, the fight against corruption has a lot to still consider. There's a lot still to be done for it to be very successful. Of course, we are at the beginning stage. We've never had somebody in the past that has been able to face corruption the way the president has faced it now. But at the same time, there's still room for a large room, a very large and expansive room for developments, for corrections, for enhancements in everything that we're doing here. Thank you very much.